like you're guaranteed to get that scholarship if you're nominated for that. But like getting nominated is it totally depends on your luck and probability. Because when I gave the interview, they only selected like 12 students. Out of those 12, they have 4 students who they wanna give MEXT. So what they did was they shortlisted everyone from the physics, chemistry, bio, and then they asked the questions, and some marks was gone into the interview, like how well the kid performed, and then about the grades they had in high school, in the 11th standard, in the 10th standard, and if you have any extracurricular, like if you have given the joint entrance exam, or like you have given some Olympiads like KVPY, then they like add up your probability, like closer to getting the scholarship. So.
But this university track is not regular to my memory, but very few institutes are there. What is that?
Yeah, like every year it changes. Like the course that I'm studying is ISP. Like previous year the
ISP and IGP are different.
No, IGP I don't know. ISP is the course.
ISP is bachelor's, IGP for masters maybe.
Oh, I see. So basically ISP is for the undergrad. It's basically integrated. If you do undergrad, you can directly go to master. You don't have to give any other test. And so ISP had like 4 students not every year. This year they had 4 students. What happens, like every university, like MEXT gave quota to every university. It changes every year. So this time ISP got 4 students who like they can nominate for MEXT, and pretty much they select on the basis of the grades, like how was the interview. And like someone told me, I think it's just hypothetical thinking. In ISP there are very few Indians. So previous year an Indian got MEXT. This year I got MEXT. So they were like the people that they don't have that particular country people. They are tends to give them scholarship. Also.
That is actually.
That's just hypothetical. That's not. There's no.
No, that's hypothetical, but there is a possibility. Yeah. I have seen this one in even in PG selections. They try to keep that quota.
Yeah, they try to maintain that.
And also the people from, let's say, I know some people from Africa, the specific countries, nobody is here. Very let's say in this city 1 or 2 people will be there.
Yeah, like
those people will get priority.
Like same in ISP, there's no African or no American here. Most people are from Asia. So what happened previous year? It was mostly Indonesians. Like out of 12, 6 to 5 were Indonesians.
6 people.
6 to 5 were Indonesian. This year in my batch, 5 to 6 are from Philippines.
Indians also, I heard 2-3 people. Is it same batch or different
like
batch?
On the whole ISP program, I think there are 2 or 3 Indians only.
No. I see. I think 3 to 4 bachelor students now. Are they same level? Or are they in B1, B2 different?
They're different. There's like the most senior Indian.
She's in masters now.
She's in masters. I think she will be graduating this semester. Another senior of me, she's in bio. I think she's in B3. And then there's Indian who is in my batch.
Then I think it's not same time.
Yeah, like few Indians. Like as compared to masters and PhD, in bachelor there are very few Indians.
So you are saying these questions are all the sequence. If you think like that, can you summarize from your, in a common way, like if you know what is the questions roughly?
I know. Like,
can you summarize?
So the first question was like, do grades matter for like getting MEXT? So for university recommendation, I can say if you are applying for UG, because they have to see like your qualification or stuff. So the time that I was giving the interview, I only had my high school certificates and the result of my joint entrance exam. So I gave them only, because if you have like any other qualifications you can give, but I just said that it was Corona, I couldn't participate in any of those. So I had these only. So then what they do in that grades, they select the subject you're opting for. Like I was opting for physics. They probably have seen my physics numbers in my high school and the junior high school. Like in the whole science and physics and mathematics of course. And the second requirement is that you need to have English proficiency. Like you need to give IELTS or TOEIC or something.
TOEIC is Japanese.
That's a condition. If you are not from a native country that speak English. So
TOEIC is easier, I think. People who wants to give compared to IELTS.
I haven't given that because like
Japanese they give.
3 conditions were there. If you are a native speaker of English, you don't need to give any test. If you are from the school where they taught you in English, the medium of instruction was English, then you don't need to give the.
That is it for UG also.
Yeah, because of course, because like
for PG that is certificates is valid. For UG, I am not sure.
Like usually, if you are from like English speaking school, then that's okay. That's a green light for you. And otherwise, you have to like give the TOEIC or IELTS. So for undergrad, they see your high school and junior high school. And yeah, they accept your national exam, like what CBSE conducts. So yeah, they accept that. Otherwise, like you can give SAT or any other foreign exam. That is valid. That is valid here. Yeah. But like yeah, CBSE is valid. I think like most of the national exam in India is valid.
So the university recommended story. Did you come across any other institutes offering like ISP?
Yeah, I have seen Nagoya University offering.
Nagoya University.
In G30.
Okay. And
It was the same program. It was like English program with science background. So, and there's a university I would like to add.
Which one?
A different note. There's a university called APU.
Yeah.
APU basically is an English one university in Japan. So the thing is that they also offer MEXT Scholarship, but I'm not sure about undergrad if they offer or not.
Yeah, APU is very popular for more international population.
But like the thing is that is a private university.
Yeah.
And like Hokkaido and like Nagoya is public university.
Nagoya even has some advantages for the jobs.
I was thinking of applying to Nagoya, but I didn't because the process of applying to Hokkaido was very hectic. I don't want to repeat that because it was very hectic. You have to like sign different forms. You have to write essay. You need to get a letter of recommendation from a teacher. You need to have all your documents signed by a principal and then packed in your school envelope. So if you go again and again, the school might get angry at you.
Yeah, I think it's difficult in the early stage for plus 2 level. For us, it's normal if after bachelor's or after masters. I think for bachelor's, the school teachers will not be that much supportive.
If you go again and again, they might get angry. Like, just if you want to do one thing, just come in one and go.
Yeah, that's
like because in undergrad you have like no other qualifications to show. So they take different stuff like essay, what have you written in it, and essays are also based upon how you overcome any specific challenge and different materials. Like the first step is collect all the material and send to them by post. Like I'm talking about from the point of view of Hokkaido University. Then they select you for interview. So like selection for interview is totally based upon your marks. They see the marks. My friend also applied with me. He got basically lesser marks in the class 12th, so he got rejected. So then they select for your interview, and then on the interview they ask the questions based on what you're taking. Like I'm taking physics, so they start with physics, and then they also ask chemistry, maths, bio. So like, and then they ask like how you came to know about this, and who told you, like stuff like that, and what you trying to be in the future, and if you come to Hokkaido University, what you gonna pursue. So yeah, that was the question.
Was there the impact of your Japanese skill before coming? Was there a weightage?
Yeah, in the ISP there was no need.
It's English program.
Yeah,
so
in English program they don't ask about any Japanese skill at all.
Oh.
Because the mostly teachers are also from.
So from embassy there may be because it's a bilateral thing, but from the university it won't be possible.
So after the interview, the results come out in like a month, and then they inform you that you got selected in the university, and we are nominating you for MEXT. And then there's other like you got selected for university, we are nominating you the Hokkaido University Scholarship. So, but there's a difference between those. Both are government scholarship, but MEXT.
No, it will be coming like even I got the final letter. It will say like Hokkaido University sponsored MEXT Scholarship.
Yeah.
You have to mention like this in the bilateral activities.
And like in my email, they told me you have been selected for MEXT Scholarship. Hokkaido University will send your name to MEXT.
Yes.
And they will tell you the result in August.
Yes.
Then I was thinking, if I'm selected, then why are they saying like the result will come out in August?
There is a thin layer of rejection actually.
That was like 4 months of wait. And I even asked you like, is it?
That is a thin layer, but there is a high possibilities many times.
I think
no, there is
99% are like getting selected.
No, there is 1 or 2 years they rejected a lot of people in that phase, but not every year.
In the COVID phase, right?
No. Before COVID also there was one time there is a budget shuffling. That time also they cut down I think 50% of the numbers. So that is actually basically either embassy will recommend or university will recommend.
Yeah.
That's the common.
So
they will send all your documents to Tokyo and they will send you back.
Exactly. But like from the university point of view, I've seen that even if you say please nominate you for MEXT, they won't because they are selecting you for MEXT. You're not eligible to say to them like. I think in masters you can say right to a particular professor that you can nominate me for MEXT.
No, actually in masters there is a additional layer of recommendation that is from the professor, and my professor told me I think some of the discussions they have to write a strong recommendation that has to be practical. I cannot say simply I like this person, I want him in my lab. I cannot say like that. They have to show the laboratory progress, and they have to put the evidence that this person is suitable in the its research is in my plan, so I want him to continue the similar work, and this has this impact. They have to write your recommendation, which we don't know. For undergrad, I think that will not be there.
Undergrad is like
only
they will select you for that.
So
based on such like grades and interview, how good your interview went.
This recommendation letter, what is the drama? Actually, why I am saying drama, because maybe it's because of lack of understanding. It's not. It may not be a good word, but some people say like the recommendation letter you want to get from the higher official, or even some PG students ask me you have to get from the HOD or the dean. To my opinion, it is not the case. Somebody has to know about you something to say. That's my opinion and observation. What did you observe in your case?
Yeah, because when I was giving the interview, there were some teachers from ISP, and there was some Japanese teacher also. I think they both are like your witness that this student did well, like we can nominate, and then they both go to the dean or something. So like he have to like believe to both of them, because like there's one ISP teacher, then there's a Japanese professor. So yeah, that's like.
Also, the recommendation from your school you will be submitting, no, principal.
Yeah, letter of recommendation. Yeah, I asked my principal to like submit it, but he said it would be better if you sign it from your English teacher, because you are going to an English program. So I did from the English teacher. I think the person who is like writing a letter of recommendation should be your supervisor or something.
Yeah, actually that is what my opinion. I used to recommend the same. Don't worry about the head or not head. We don't bother. If even the faculty who has some right to speak about you, that is okay.
At the end, they took the principal signature, so it's.
Anyway, they will be endorsing that. That is true. Even in the master's level also, we will have the guide and even the HOD. Even you can get the dean or the institute head. 2-3 signs will be there. So that time we don't need to bother about this, who is recommending you. But some people ask this question how to discuss, but anyway, it's for them. To break it from the procedure, and now you are here, and you are here almost a year now?
No, not a year.
6 months.
5 to 6 months, yeah.
Yeah. So what are some opinions which is changed from before and now, or maybe observations?
Like coming in Hokkaido, I thought the winters will be good. Like it will be very beautiful, a movie like thing going on, but that's not the case. Like my first snow experience was that my midterms were going on 30th November. It was the first time it snowed.
This time it's too early.
Yeah, exactly. I remember the date because it was my midterm. So I was thinking, I will go and just read my PDFs in the way of going to university. But it was like a lot of snow going on, so that plan was cancelled. So then I came to know that the snow is not as beautiful as I think. And the second thing is that many people told me that Japan is very expensive. Like about if you are coming here, you need to like have a budget of 30 to 40,000 yen for cooking. No, that's not the case, because like in Hokkaido, vegetables are very cheap. I've seen.
Actually, that is true. People may understand this one. Even I support this statement.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you buy a lot of vegetable and meat, you can just prepare your food for a week. It's more like 10,000 yen for a month.
If you eat even more non-veg and all, it will be around 15-20,000 max.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and like even if you go out sometimes, that's 20,000 yen maximum.
Still.
Yeah, that's the case. You're not going every time.
It is true for even all cities. People maybe not aware. Actually, everywhere in Japan there is that retailing stores, specific stores, which is always giving the moderate prices.
Yeah, because for Indians, you need to have a lot of masalas and
that is also spices. Not that true, no? What do you say?
I just bought all, so I didn't.
No, even if you buy or not, like we don't need a lot of masalas for a long time. Like you store it for 6 months or 1 year. So let's say if you 1 or 2 kgs, it will be enough, I think.
Yeah, like by lot I mean 1 year. Lots of stuff.
That is also
just bought it by yourself, and then when you go back to India a year later, then you can buy it.
Just true.
And third thing is that from my program, I would like to say that the general course is very hectic, because like on Mondays you have 4 classes, and like one class is like 1.5 hours each, and then you get 15 minutes break, then there's next class. At the start of semester it was like 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, and now it's like 4, 3, 3, 2, 2.
Classes.
Classes. Oh, sorry, 4, 3, 3, 3 and 2. Like Saturday and Sunday are off. So now it's kind of like we have we don't have to take the 2 classes because they are over. They were only like for 2 months. So what everyone told me, like the seniors and the professors, that the first semester is going to be very hectic. Tough, I wouldn't say, because the course what you are studying is mostly you have studied earlier in your high school. Mathematics is kind of new, they will teach you, but most of the stuff you have studied already. But the thing is that you have to study even subjects that are not from your background. It's like I am from physics, I have to study bio, and not bio 1, bio 2, history. Like you have to study that and you have to give the exam of that also and pass on that. So from the next semester the course might get tough, but the classes are less. So it is not as hectic as the first semester.
What about these extracurricular activities?
Extracurricular activities, yeah, there are a lot of clubs.
Are you into something?
Run by students. I have seen a club. It is run by a Japanese guy. The club is of travel club, so they are like basically trying to recruit the foreigners. And if you go on the club, they basically go somewhere once a month, and they talk about, like, if I'm from India, they will ask you which are the places good in India you can travel. So yeah, basically it's just every week you have to go. It's just a chit chat, and every month you can go somewhere out with them. It's not compulsory. It's just your mood if you wanna go or not.
You know the clubs in India, the IITs are the big universities in India, the club activities. Do you know?
Yeah, in IITs there are a lot of clubs like drama and sports club. And I think here you can also participate in the sports club. So there's an Instagram page of definite sports. You can just message them directly and you say you wanna apply. So they will send you a form, you have to fill that and you can enter that.
In my lab mate, one guy was there in the media club. He's in the photography. He's in the media club. Actually, I'm in the media club back in India. So I asked him, but actually it said all Japanese. I think I need to learn some more Japanese to be in the club.
Yeah,
it's difficult.
Because I was interested in a drama club. So I thought you can enter here, but you need to have a very good Japanese to.
You don't understand. They will be busy in their discussions.
Yeah, then they will make you a stupid foreigner in the drama who don't know Japanese.
It's true. So other things, 1, 2, 3 things you mentioned.
And yeah, Japanese is very, very useful. Like if you go somewhere out alone, if you don't know Japanese, then you are just like a lonely person. Because I've seen in university some people can speak English or understand, but if you go out and you ask for direction, they won't be able to tell you.
Especially the elders, the middle-aged people, they won't know.
When I came here for first time, I didn't know Japanese more than arigato and welcome. So I asked the direction because I got my SIM, the roaming pack, but the internet was very costly, so I was trying to avoid using that. So I was asking for the location of the dormitory. So I asked from a Japanese girl. She was not able to understand the English, but somehow she was trying to help me. Because I have seen the map. I want to go there repeatedly. So she knew that. She knew that he is trying to go there. So she helped me somehow. She just used the hand signs to just go here and there.
Yeah,
but people are very helpful here.
Yeah. In the outside cities, let's say if you go out of the main cities, they even drop you in the place you want to go.
Yeah.
Because main city they will think you will manage.
Yeah, that happened with me. When I came to the Hokkaido University, I was just sightseeing. There's a friend living in Keikiro of mine, so I wanted to go to Keikiro, but as I told you, I got the roaming pack. It expired very soon, so I didn't have the internet that time. So I asked from a random person by waving the hand and asked them, like, do you know English? Then he knew English, so I asked him, can you tell me where's Keikiro? So he was trying to like help me, but because he have seen my face that I was not able to understand a single thing. So he asked me, wait here, I will drop you. So he walked to me to the Keikiro. Then on the way I asked him, like, do you study here? Then he was like, no, I'm professor here. So I was very embarrassed at that time. I said, sorry, I just wasted your time.
Professors, they will drop even go to airport to pick up also.
Yeah, he said me like, if I'm not help you and you might not able to reach there. Yeah, like people are very helpful here and humble also. Like if there's a professor of very, I think, high class, the full professor, we will not be having an attitude of that, right?
Yeah, that I think that interactiveness is more here, the faculty-student interaction.
Yeah, basically everyone is humble. Even the person working in the cleaning job to the person who is working as a professor.
Yeah. So I think other questions, the specific topic on geology and humanities, what is that?
For like getting MEXT, if you are from science background, it might increase your chance, because most of the universities select the students from engineering background or the scientific background. But it doesn't mean that there are not universities who are trying to get the students from non-scientific background. I think you just need to search on Google about the universities. What I did to search about ISP, I basically opened the top 10 universities of Japan and I check everyone's website.
Actually, that is a good way. I recommend people to do that.
To just see that if there's an English program in that or not. So if I'm not able to find that, I just directly mail them. I mail them in English. Do you have an English program where you teach the foreign students? So mostly university doesn't have, for undergrad especially. So they replied back by, sorry, we don't have. But
that is also another practice. You should approach them. It's okay if they reject us.
Exactly. They will reply to your email. That's their job. So I messaged Hokkaido University, but I haven't gone to the ISP page. I gone to the main page when I emailed them. Can I study here for English? So they told me that we don't offer the English course, but there's a program going on in the university. It's just a very small program. It's called ISP. You can go and study science there. So then I visited their website, the ISP. ISP have a different website. So I visited there and seen that the course is like completely in English, and you can study science. You don't need Japanese proficiency. And the very good thing about ISP is that they take few students every year. So there are like 12 students, and 4 are from physics, 4 are from bio, 4 are from chemistry. And then when you go to your higher years, basically like if you are in 3rd year undergrad, you can select your specialized field. That's like if I want to study astronomy, there's a professor for astronomy. And out of these 4, I just want to study astronomy. Other 3 are like opting for quantum mechanics. So these 3 are going for quantum mechanics. There will be one class held for me specially, that is for astronomy. So it's like one-to-one interaction with them. So that's a very good thing about.
Last time I had like that. We had 2 students and one guy dropped, and I became only one person in the class.
Because like if you are Japanese and taking astronomy, you might find a lot of Japanese people around here, because it's like I think 18,000 Japanese students and 2,000 foreigners. So the ratio is more of Japanese, but in ISP like they will be conducting a class especially for you if you are opting that particular subject. And teachers, like for physics they have only 2 teachers, chemistry they have like 3 teachers, bio they have 4. So like teachers are also very less. So you will just get used to them very soon, sooner or later.
How was the course work? Is it in English or both Japanese?
Completely in English. The teachers are also from.
The pattern of examination, was it difficult?
Pattern of examination.
The quizzes in the class are maybe occasional quizzes.
For bio, I would say I'm not from bio background, so I find bio quizzes hard. Because I haven't studied bio in like my high school 11th, 12th.
I studied in +1, +2 biology 2 years.
So I haven't studied bio. Bio quiz is difficult for me. Otherwise, all the homeworks are good. For mathematics course is tough. Like they don't give you assignment and quiz. That's a good part about it. You just need to come and give the final exam.
So mathematics actually it is tough, because even when I studied like M1, M2, M3, M4, we have 4. So M1, M2 like the +1, +2 maths is completely different from the undergrad maths.
What everyone told me that physics, chemistry, bio will be of +1, +2 of India. Completely that. Not up to that level, lower than that. But mathematics will be higher than that.
No, mathematics, maybe there are different universities in different.
I'm not comparing to the university. I'm just comparing to 11th, 12th.
11th, 11th, 12th maths, I think it's different.
Yeah. But 11th, there was a first lecture of calculus 1 when I came. It was limits.
That was in M1, yeah.
Then I asked, I can do limits. It's very easy. Then the teacher started telling me the geometric meaning of limit, like how the sequences and series work in limit, that epsilon delta method. Then I was like, what this? I haven't seen in the 11th, 12th. But there were some elements of class 11th to 12th also, and some were like outside. It was very fun to know about that, like multivariable calculus. It was not in 11th, 12th.
I think that is for engineering level. You have to learn from bachelor's level.
Yeah, like they are teaching the physics that is required for. They are teaching the mathematics that is required for physics. But there's a general course, so these guys also have to take the chemistry and bio guys. But after the first semester and then second semester, there is a course on vector analysis and differential equation. They might drop it. If they want to take, they can take, but that's not mandatory for them. It's mandatory for the students.
I think there was one interesting question. This person posted in WhatsApp group. I don't know if you are in this group. I think you are not there. This other guy is there from Tokyo. Agnima 3. This guy is there. He's from Tokyo. He's in undergrad now. B2, I think. Maybe you can meet. Maybe you can talk to him later. I'll give you the contact.
Okay,
So the other question from one student: what are some key points that are not generally mentioned, but we must keep it in mind while applying for it?
Oh, so I have to answer it with the university recommendation perspective, right?
Yeah, whatever you feel, you can share. Whatever you are familiar, you can.
So just keep in mind that deadline is very important. If they have written 29 November is the deadline, you need to submit you have to submit your documents before that. Like if you just like 29 is the deadline, you send the documents to 28 and it reach on December, then they will not accept it. Not a chance. They are like very punctual to the deadline. The second thing is that for the interview, have a very good internet connection. Because like that when I was giving the interview, my internet connection was okay, the university internet connection was also okay, but mine was fluctuating sometimes. So they told me that your problem is like the internet is fluctuating, we are not able to hear your answers. Then somehow by the grace of God it get fixed. But like you have to get a very good internet. And giving interview, that's not a mandatory point, I would say. Wear a formal dress. Just don't wear a half shirt and go for the interview. I think it just improves your like presence. Like if you're serious for that, to wear a formal dress, and just study your subject study your subject thoroughly, because they're going to ask you what you have learned till your high school. They're not going to ask anything advanced. So yeah, these are the stuff.
So there is another topic about fair acceptance universities list. It's a bit difficult, but you said for the university you said two names, Nagoya and Hokkaido. So from the embassy or any other interactions, you have any?
Yeah, I have an interaction with the embassy. So there's a guy, he's studying in Tokyo. So he got selected from the embassy. So what embassy does, they select and shortlist the students, then they give you the ticket, you come to Japan. Then you have to study 1 year in a not vocational school.
Language school.
The designated you have to learn the Japanese up to like N2 or N1, I guess. Then
the academic, I think N2 level, yeah.
And then you are going to the Kosen, I think Kosen is the name of the school. Then you go into that, and then you learn whatever you were opting for. Yeah. Like if you are applying for computer science, then you're going to learn computer science. It will be completely in Japanese, no English. But that's a hard part. If you don't have a Japanese proficiency at all, then the 1 year that you're going to learn Japanese will be pretty much hell, because there's a lot of kanjis. Yeah. Because like in my course, there's a survival Japanese. The 4 classes every week. So they are teaching very basic. We don't have to learn kanjis and all, but still we find it somehow
survival
difficult.
1 to 4 levels.
There are survival 4. So we are right now learning survival 1. So I think
survival and grammar, there are parallel courses.
Yeah, they are parallel courses. From next semester we only have to take the grammar course, not survival 1. Because in survival course it's just you go and speak there.
You don't write anything. You don't
very less homework they give.
Oh.
But in the grammar you get homework every
class we have something.
Yeah.
And also assignments every time.
But like learning that is pretty much fun, because you're not learning very advanced Japanese. You're just learning survival Japanese that you need to know. And after the 3rd semester it's not mandatory for you. So as I've told that after semester by semester the classes get reduced. In 3rd or 4th year it's like only you have to come and go to the lab. You have no classes.
Yeah, I think B3, B4 students in my lab also they present some.
Maybe they are
every week some topics will present. I think that's the common questions I have. And other questions like, did you move into apartment already? Not yet. How long you can live in the?
In the dormitory you can live for 6 months. You can apply for the apartment. There are like several agencies like Best Stay and Upperman, and you can also get from the Unilife. So I was thinking of getting the apartment, but I have to go to India in March. So I applied to there's another dormitory. It's not dormitory exactly. It's called Sapporo
International House. Yeah, that's from the city office.
Yeah, I applied there and they selected me because the rooms were vacant that time.
That is available regularly. It will be available.
So I just applied there.
And that is a good also. I think you'll have international connection. Many students are
many students are there. And the station is just on the front of the
I visited it. That was
so I applied there. I think I will live there for like 2 semesters or 3 semesters. Then I can apply
there. I think there you can live up to 2 years maximum. I think maybe more.
And you can like extend your program. So that place is good. I've seen. But that's like an apartment. You have a room and you have a bathroom attached to that. The kitchen is outside though.
Yeah. And did you heard about the share houses?
The share houses, no.
It is, I think people are missing. I need to make a video on that. Actually, it's a relatively good option. You will reduce the expenses even another 30%, even if you go there. Another good part is that there will be even more international students and with more fun culture, and you will be good to stay there. It is more popular in Kyoto and Tokyo area. Here also they started few share houses, but I know some people came out also, and some people still there. I don't know the critical reasons. I asked one of the guys to share the opinion. He came out recently from there. So that is charge will be less, and you'll have a lot of international people. They may stay longer, or they may stay shorter also. And also another option is that recently, this may be not everyone. You can also try. People try to share the house.
Share the
to reduce the money, and you will get more space.
Have a bigger space. Yeah.
That's cheaper if you live two people. And if you live one person, you need to pay around 40,000-50,000 per month. And two persons, 70,000 per month. By two, 35 only you will pay. And you will get two LDK or one LDK.
Yeah.
So that option also was good. This Bangalore people, they are trying to live 3 people. So I'm going to ask them today if they allow 4 people.
get the two LDK upstairs.
No, just to understand what is the restrictions. So 2 is normal. 3 they somehow got it someplace, and I'm going to ask them
if they can get
4, 5. What was the rules? Because share house will be around 10-20 people. That's the owner. Can we make 4 friends? I think there are some legal rules. Anyway,
you need to check for rules like if they allow pet or not.
And pets I'm not bothered. I don't grow it with me, but it's okay. And other things, living and food, you said already you're cooking and all.
Yeah, mostly cooking and sometimes eating out.
Yeah, 1 or 2 times in a week if you eat outside doesn't affect your finances.
I eat every day on the exam time. I don't have to cook.
Here in cafeteria,
in the cafeteria you can eat. It's very cheap, I guess.
And if you eat the beef and pork, it is always convenient in cafeteria. Around 500.
Like if you are non-vegetarian, that's good for you.
Yeah.
And if you're vegetarian, then that's gonna be very difficult.
Occasionally you can choose some items, but not regular for a vegetarian.
Vegetarians are there.
There are there. I eat I'm only chicken I'll eat, but I choose more veg option, that is the tofu. And sometimes you'll find egg mix will be there most of the time.
But like some people consider egg as non-veg, so
and this potato sticks will be there. It's very good. French fries. So living, food, and traveling.
Traveling, I haven't done any.
Not yet. Okay.
But I think traveling in Hokkaido is expensive because JR is much expensive than Tokyo.
I didn't compare this.
Like my Japanese teacher told me that the one station costs from one station to another station, it will cost like 210 yen in Sapporo, but in Tokyo it's like 120 yen only.
Oh.
And the network is also bigger because like people are there are like
more frequency.
Here there are not, and here also like there are not every place connected to the JR. Sometimes you have to opt for bus or get a. If you want to travel, just make a lot of Japanese friend and then book a car and then go. Yeah, that's the cheapest option you can get. Because traveling with JR is very expensive. Like I think a JR from here to Otaru also costs 1,200 yen, right?
No, around 700 local.
Local.
Rapid is 1,200. 12 or 15 rapid. But the fun part is that even if you go rapid, you will get the same ticket. There is a non-reserved place. If you see in Google, it will not show the rapid line. But the ticket is 750 even in rapid also.
Rapid.
I think that was okay. I think you are in early stage. You can travel later stage.
Exactly.
You have a lot of time now. I think that's all from my side and these questions. What else I hope? No, there is anything about what to say, the daily routine, so daily life.
Daily routine.
And also daily life and keeping up with your family and friends.
So you get free time after the university ends, like 6 to 12 or whatever time you sleep. It's just all your time. I utilize that time for cooking and talking to my friends and family. Like you can also like do any other stuff if you like to go and play outside. The thing is that what people say is that you need to give assignment on the time. So but like assignments are not that much because this term I'm getting assignments only of chemistry, bio and physics. So the deadline is of 1 week. So I think 1 week is sufficient to give and submit that. So yeah, if you are okay with the deadline and you are meeting that every week, then you have some specific time. You can. I mostly use that for studying because the exams are coming in like the end of January. So,
yeah, I think for now that's all. Maybe we'll catch up again
some
other, or to say some other time.
Yeah.